maybe you have a different potential, you know. So know that you are different, and know that things are like they're not going to be the same, you know. And you know, through all of that, learn to be patient. Learn to be patient in what you are doing as you keep going along the way. Keep being patient. Yes, I think that's what we need to do.
Yeah, on that as well, because we are almost winding up, I want to put in reinforcement on what she added. We fail to define success. I think success is what I've achieved compared to what Ben has achieved. Or what I've achieved compared to what you have achieved. Yeah. But that is a mistake. Actually, it's one of the mistakes. Yeah.
Because they gave me life, you know, they brought me into this life. So yeah, they have.
Yeah. Hello everyone, welcome back to the one and only Eden Inspiration podcast. It's the one which is the best in around the world. Allow me to welcome the special guest I have been looking for a couple years. Today is a special day. Now I have them. Welcome, Ismail.
Welcome. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Alright. Actually, if you really want to live for life of purpose, if you really want to discover your ikigai, if you really want to actually make the right decision in your life, these are the best speakers that are going to actually deliver us a message how we can actually live happy. So I want to urge you to subscribe and view our episode number 2. Of course, you are going to learn a lot. A quick question. So I have been watching actually your activities that you do. I've seen in Burundi you've impacted countless people. So you've been passing through to gender. So tell me more about you. How did you actually build your confidence? When did confidence unlock your opportunity? I'll start with Etoile.
Thank you a lot. Thank you for the question. Thank you for inviting me for this amazing podcast. So about confidence, it was not really easy. It was really a journey because I did not wake up just one day with the confidence. I had to build it in every choice I made. So a quick a tip I would give to the young people, you know, listening to us, watching us, I would say, confidence is not like being able, I don't know, to speak properly only. No, it's being in a room of people, but then daring to raise your hand to give your opinion, to stand in front of people and believing that what you are talking about is right, is your opinion. It doesn't have to be the truth. Like everyone doesn't have to agree with you, but then you have your opinion. You believe in yourself, you know, and then you continue. You give your opinion. Yeah, and confidence also is accepting that you can be wrong. You can be wrong, we are not always right. You know, we are human beings, sometimes we make mistakes, we are imperfect. But then it's a journey, we keep growing each day. So yeah, that's the confidence. That's how I was able to, you know, develop my confidence by doing that. Thank you.
Excellent. There's something to you, Ayetro. I have seen in Kenya, you've been a founder of Pan-Africanism developer, you've been a founder of career guidance, you've been building AI courses. So tell me more about it. Like, when did you get that confidence?
Thank you very much again, first of all, for the invitation to visit Eden Inspiration podcast again. And I'm so privileged to attend it with our main guest, Madam Etoile, and it's a privilege to me. So when talking of confidence, I want to say embark and enforce what the guest has said. Because they say when the guest is in the house, wanasema mgeni ndio mwenyeji apone. So when I want to say or enforce what has been said, confidence, as you have asked where I get it, confidence is when you accept you are wrong, and not only accepting but moving on by that accepting. You realize this is a mistake, you figure out a way of solving it, rather not looking for quotes to defend yourself, but accepting it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I really like it. And I remember when I was on the Rwanda interview, I guess I did an interview and I was afraid. I was like, oh my goodness, I was very shy. But I've seen what confidence means to me. So, yeah, basically, thank you for sharing. And another quick question. So actually, in the life that we are living in, it requires to actually make a decision. So, and for younger generation, it's like really hard. It is really hard to make a decision. But I just want to ask you guys, like, what does right decision mean to you? If a
right decision.
Yes, right decision.
Well, that's an incredible question. And thank you very much. Because as young generation currently, I can't rely on Africa, but in the world, we are faced with the challenge of making appropriate right decision. And it's a good subtopic of explaining, as I'm going to say, right decision is not about proving yourself always. Sometimes you have not to prove yourself. You want to, let me tell you, you want to do something and you think it is right decision. And someone from somewhere contradicts you against it, against doing it. You don't have to prove yourself. Lie down and analyze what they may be telling you. Through that analysis, you are going to make a better, all right decision, as you say. Because right decision doesn't come with only our critical thinking, but it comes from the analysis we made. Also, together with our personal reflection and the critical thinking, which I've just said, they come two in one, according to me. Thank you.
Alright, the same question goes to you.
I really like how he touched it. You highlighted a lot on reflection, and I would like to add up on that. Reflect on your goals. For me, to decide if a decision is right, I look at my goals, like my long-term goals, especially where I want to be, like maybe in 10 years or So I ask myself, okay, if I take this decision, is it going to take me to the person I want to be? I reflect on it. Maybe I take before doing anything, or maybe before pursuing any opportunity, I reflect on that, and then that's how I'm able to decide if this is the right decision.
Yeah,
speechless.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm really speechless. She's speaking about goals, but also I'm like, I always set a goal, but I'm like, how do I make sure that my goal is attainable? How do I make sure that my goal is actually achievable in this time? So, could you explain more about that? So, how do you make sure that your goal is actually achievable?
Okay, about goals, we have studied about SMART goal learning, the SMART goals framework you can use to achieve your goals. You have to ensure it's specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time bound. You have to, if you want to know more about that, you can Google it. I don't want to explain, it's a lot of technical. It's a lot of technical, But then, for me, in my own words, there is something I've learned recently when it comes to goals. You have to follow the principle of ACT. It's a speaker, I attended a session, at the African Leadership University. And the speaker was talking about goals, like how to achieve it. And you can follow the ACT principle. It's the A stands for audacity, the C stands for curiosity, and the T stands for tenacity. You need to be curious, audacious, and tenacious enough for you. Keep learning, you keep learning, and you keep moving, and you keep, improving, like trying to find a way to keep going, for your goals. Yeah, that's what I will, I will encourage you to follow.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
But I don't know what to say. Yeah, when I was reading this book, Path to the Destiny, by Jimmy Moyano, like he is a pastor, and I was reading, found that in Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5, I saw that God said, before He formed you, I knew. Like before He formed you in in your mother's womb, I actually knew you before, and I set you apart. And then she was talking about being tenacious enough, being curious enough. Of course, which we allow you to keep moving. But again, I'm curious to know, how do I hold myself accountable just for achieving that specific goal? Yes, maybe you can.
How do you hold yourself accountable and accountable for achieving a certain goal?
Yes.
Interesting. And to young people watching us now, there's something, I don't know whether you are picking it, Mr. Bernard. Audacity, curiosity, tenacity. These are three things a young person should employ in their daily routine. Towards their progress, fight. When you have the audacity and you apply the tenacity and you're curious towards it, and this is one thing Eden Inspiration Channel exists. Tell us what you think about the channel. Back to your question. How can a young person hold themselves accountable for their success or progress? In the current world, being accountable even for your mistake becomes a challenge. You know why?
Even your mistake,
accounting towards your mistake becomes a challenge, and you are ready to defend yourself.
I see.
So you are not getting accountable. Why does this happen? We are living in a world of technology, whereby if I do a mistake and I scroll in the social media 3 to 4 videos, I'm going to find a quote defending it. And if I fail to defend myself using that quote, I fear to be defeated. So I have to get that quote. Even if I spend my night scrolling to get that quote to defend myself. Tell me, you're a student, you fail an exam, or you fail a credit. You have to prove yourself that you didn't fail. You don't take accountability. So how can we improve on this, more so as young Africans? This is one critical part of the discussion which we have to measure in. Accountability is a gift, and not everyone can be able to be accountable for their journey. Tell me, I want to be brief, but tell me a young person who commits to take self-pace and self-discipline, to take or do a skill in either of the platforms in online. But mid the journey, this thing becomes very, very hectic and becomes very hard. Remember, he committed to be sleeping at late hours and waking up at early hours. Due to the discipline he or she applied at the beginning of the journey of taking this program. But midway, the motivation is gone, self-discipline is being erased, and this guy is getting backwards, lowering himself or herself slowly. That is not accountability.
Oh.
And even the Bible says that is not accountability. Remember when Jonah was sent to Nineveh to save the people there, Jonah was not accountable for the journey. He refused and decided to go on his ways. This is one thing. Jonah was not punished by God. Jonah was redirected. But he was punished by being eaten and swallowed by that fish. Don't you see that as a punishment? in 3 days. But that was a redirection. So for you to be accountable for your journey as a young person, there must be obstacle you have to face. There is a redirection you have to undergo. I don't know whether you are picking something. There is a redirection you have to go. And this redirection at some point, it will never be smooth. It has to be step by step, and there must be pain. If you commit to do 3 disciplines per day, you have to commit to it. Remember, you will miss your enjoyment, you will miss your TikTok things, and all this. You will be appointed. And this is what we call self-discipline. All have combined into 3 things. For you to be accountable for your journey, you must be self-disciplined. You have to be accountable for your failure. Don't blame that mathematics teacher. He or she was not perfect, was not clear in the explanation. You're accountable. You have the time. That is self-discipline. Number 2 factor you have to apply, you have to apply what is called self-respect.
Self-respect.
And that is self-explanatory on its own. And lastly, you have to be aware. You know, many young people nowadays are not aware. We start without knowing where we are going. And I told you last time that a journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step. So if you start that single step not knowing there's 1,000, you're not accountable. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that was so incredible. But then I was like, when I was applying, you know, when you are like you know the application process, we're applying and they were saying rejection and direction. You know?
Yeah, I know.
You remember that?
I remember that.
So of course, we went in the same process in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You know, you are applying, you have a common outcome, like you have 20 colleges that you are applying to, and then you get rejected. And you get rejected. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is happening? But thank God that you touch on something, that a failure is not a failure. You just, like, it's even proved, they follow what they say, like first attempt, what is it? First attempt, something like this. So it's actually like in a journal of being to succeed. But then, of course, you are the one who said that you have to be accountable for yes.
Yeah, if I can add up to what you started, what you said was really like it's really true, you know. But then if I can add up something, I have 3 ways in which maybe any young person can measure their accountability. The first one, you have to recognize that your life lies in your hands. Yes, you have to recognize that, because some people they think, it's my parents, they will take care of everything. Bro, if you want to land that job, it's in your hands, it's you. You have to do it. It's it goes in every habit you take on, or maybe every choices you make. The second thing is you have to be honest with yourself. He was explaining like, okay, maybe you should make mistakes and everything. You have to be, you have to know that there are consequences. And you have to be aware of that. Be honest with yourself. It's like, yes, I'm gonna do it. But then if this happens, I'm gonna take it. I chose to do it. Then be honest with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't try to explain, self-explanatory. Don't try to explain, to put the blame on someone else. No, be honest with yourself. So yeah, the third thing is.
But as well, remember sometimes we have goals, but then we do not achieve them.
Yes.
And it's not even, sometimes you say it's our mistake, but...
I'm not saying it's your mistake. I think the most important thing for a goal is to try. Because sometimes you want something, you want to achieve it, but then that's not what life has prepared for you. You have applied to schools, multiple schools in the US, but then at the end of the day, you ended up at LU.
Yes.
But it's not that bad at LU, but it's a university like any other. It connects you to a lot of opportunities. So just keep going, try. There is a powerful quote I keep I look at whenever I'm doing something. if you don't see it, doesn't mean it's not happening. You know, in those rejection you were getting, it doesn't mean you are not getting closer to your goal.
Very true.
So yeah, so you just keep going and keep trying your best. Yeah, and then you decide. And the third thing I think is to be realistic, like realistic on each phase you are. You know, on your skills, the potential you have. You know, tap into it. You know. The Kenyans keep telling me, invest in your skill. You have to be realistic with the person you are, with where you want to go and everything, and then know what you need to do as well. Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you mean that? Like, for me, this is what I tell my people. I always dream to be a president or to be a minister.
Yeah, go back to do
Very good. Dream big, delusion. Yes.
You say it.
When I'm sleeping, I can feel it. Even when I wake up, I can feel it. This time when I was taking shower, but I felt like being a president. Like the voice came into my mind. Do this. Like I saw people request me to know what they want. But I was kinda in a dream, and I was like, what is this? And I talked to one of my friends. I was together where I was living nearby Burundi. So and they laughed at me. I was like, oh my God, this is so bad. Even at school, when they actually ask us like, what is our passion? Like, what is our future? And I tell them that I want to be president. But most of them laugh at me. So I want to ask, is there any correlation of our background and where we are headed? Should we be defined by our background? Should our background determine our future? So that's actually my question.
I think it's in both ways it works because your background shapes you, in the person you become, You pass through experiences, there are some experiences you go through that make you the person you are. But then let's not forget that the now, where we are right now, is the most important. Yes, you know your background, he did this to you and you are aware of it. But then now that you are aware of it, you have a choice. If you want to change it, why not? If towards your goals, especially by looking at your goals. So the now is the most important. Yes, the background it gives us skills, it gives us tools. But then the now is what matters is what we use it for now.
Yeah, very much. The now. The now. I want to touch on that part of the discussion very briefly. Believe, dream, believe and achieve. What you are doing, you are dreaming. Do you believe you are dreaming?
Yes, I do, because I do believe that as long as I'm still under the earth, this can change in time. I don't even understand.
So the law is very simple and very short, very brief. Dream, believe, and achieve. My friend, Mr. Bernard, it is a very, very good privilege to also be involved again into this life podcast of young people discussing not young things but big things, big dreams. There are people from various backgrounds. Can I tell you a small story from Kenya? The current head of state, that is Mr. President, His Excellency William Samuel Ruto, is from a very, very humble background. And he also says that, and he confirms that. But his background never determined where he is currently.
For sure.
What determines what you will be, what you will believe, what you will achieve is who you are. And who you are does not matter with things to do with illiteracy, does not matter with wealthiness, and does not matter with who surrounds you. Because let me tell you, Your surroundings are determined by you. You can decide to cut. And when it comes to what shapes who you are in future, is what you consume. Which kind of talks do you hear? What are you listening to? I cannot say what you consume is what is going to harm your stomach. But
then also can have an impact. Everything can have an impact.
And also, you know, when you need to only invest and build.
Yes.
You are your mind does it one.
Yeah. That guy, the William Ruto, was despised by the background people. His people. And that is a very far example. There are many examples. A young person, there's nobody who is more scared than a young person who tries to break the boundaries from where the current status were to the next stage. If you are only aware of what you want, you will fight until you fight. Not until you finish, until you fight. Fight until you fight.
You will fight
Until you fight.
Hey! So the fights keep going. We never stop.
And that means missing your point of keep going. By the way, try to announce you want to be a president right now. They will despise you and will receive good advices. Imagine, focus on yourself, you're still young, and they will even call you to the council of elders, telling you you will be killed, this will ruin your future, you are a bright person, but only they will believe when you are being won that crown, that throne of presidency.
Yes, I actually see.
But now, there will be despite, people will not believe you, and they will see you as you're a mad person. Like many people, many Pan-Africans I like listening to. They say, as you start something, even the journey of Pan-Africanism, they think you are mad. They think you're wasting time. You're not resources. Until they believe, until they see the mission is achieved, is when they will take it serious. Just keep going. Dream, believe and achieve. That is three things for a young person. Don't look at what background says, what family matters. No. By the way, not every voice deserves a space in the table of a young person's progress. But there is a thing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
So in my younger generation, remember that whenever you're doing something, that those who are watching this episode, so remember that you are chosen, you are a friend of God, and you are loved. So I remember, I don't know why the Bible verses are coming in my mind. They say in John chapter 15, verse 15 says, I no longer call you a servant, I no longer call you a servant, I call you a friend. Because a servant doesn't know what his masters do. That's, so to reflect on this, like what you guys told me, is just to keep moving. Even if I feel too discouraged, just let me keep fighting until I fight. So this, yes, that was actually incredible. Actually, great speech to you. So I remember Etoile, I talked about something about just going with the choice from parents. I'm like, remember that our parents, they are key points in our life. So they are essential. So should we go with their choice, or should we go beyond their choice? Maybe sometimes, like, remember when I was actually when I was about to go to senior four, they wanted me to measure something related to bank. They wanted me to be a nurse or a doctor. But then I ended up going to measure automobile. So just I want to ask, should we actually base on their choice?
Okay. Parents, yes, they are really important in the life of a human being. Actually, for me, I would put my parents in my primary advisors because they gave me life. You know, they brought me into this life.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have a right. You know, they have a say in my choices. But then we should not forget, and they should not also forget that yes, you gave me life, but this is my life. I have to live it in my own way. Of course, we are made of them, you know, but then we are not completely like them, you know. So I think they can shape your decision, advise you, help you to make your choices, but they should not have the final say. The final say comes to you. You are the one that is living this life, you know. They are not walking into your shoes. You are the one using the shoes. So if your parents are coming like to help you, I think, you know, it's just to help you to go through it, you know. But then you are the one that decides how it goes at the end of the day.
To you, is like you can balance.
Yes, you can balance. You can decide to listen to them or not. Some people did not listen to them, and they are succeeding.
For sure.
You know, yes, you decide. It's up to you. It depends. I don't know the relationship you have with your parents, but then you are the one to decide.
I guess even one day I wanted to join films because I like films. I just wanted to go there, and my parents were like, if you go there, you are being killed, and I don't have a grandson yet or granddaughter, you know. I was like, oh. And I remember at another time I wanted to join priesthood, and then they were like, no one in our family has ever done that. So by then, yeah, we need to balance as well. Yes, two perfect are wonderful.
Or I can say one towards concerning that. What has been said carries everything. Yeah, because what I want to put it in a question. When you ask for your father to give you a bread, what do you expect?
When I asked my father to give me
A bread, a piece of bread. What do you expect from him?
to get it,
To get the bread.
yes.
I am in total agreement with the parents' decision, and for any person, according to the research and reality, who has ever been successful, never despise the parents or guardians' advice. They have lived the path and walked the path you as a young person has never walked. So, in as much as you want to take all their advices into your basket, but they have to be ahead of everything. And with this, you put their advices into the basket, then it's like you use AI to tell you something, and you want to submit it for grading. Now AI has do the structure, but now refine it. Maybe your parents, and this is something which happens, never got the opportunity, which is not their fault, to study where you are. But now they are the primary people. They are people who have walked a path you have not. There is a quote we use in the Luo tribe in Kenya. Not even Luo, it's African quote. What your father says while lying down, then if you climb and then pause, you won't say it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Also, you talked about, of course, setting goals. So, and I guess, I don't know if you see that, but the most of the younger generation, we do mistakes. No, I don't know what mistakes. But I just shoot a question to you guys. So, what do you think about the mistakes the young generation do, like listening to their goals and making their decision, setting their goals and making their decision?
Any mistakes?
So to start you off, This is a very common question. And what I am passionate we do during the decision making. This is very one thing which is common because as we started this talk, we talked on right decision making or making the right decision. And along the way, there are a lot of mistakes which we do. Yeah, because we despise the advices of the people who have walked through the path. And along the way,
You mean first we despise
advices of the people who have walked along the same path we want to walk. We underrate them now. Another thing, we see ourselves superior than anybody. And one thing, which is a very negative mistake a young person do, I also do it. We want success in a hurry. We don't know that success is a journey. So what is like 1 plus 1? You know 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. But when you go to some languages, you will find that 1 plus 1 is equal to 11. 1 plus 1 is equal to 1, 1, 1, 1.
Yeah.
But we know it as 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. And in some language, success is a journey. But for us young people, most Africans, we don't improve.
Yeah.
We want success, or success like 1 plus 1. I start today, I succeed tomorrow. Thank you. And sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it was like, if I take portion, I take one portion, a piece of portion, and I add another one. Do I get 2 portions? That's a simple point, but I was a point about that. Yes.
So, Mr. Reagan was talking about success. And that, success is what we want to achieve when we are setting our goals. And I think one of the common mistakes, like us, the youth, we make is not defining very well what success is to us. I think, we see Jeff Bezos, we see, Mount Zuckerberg. We think they achieve success in one way. Or maybe we think success all has to be like about getting rich or getting money, I don't know. But I think as a human being, you are living your life on your own. So you need to define what success is for you, like specifically you. Does success take 10 days for you? Does success take 10 years for you? That success is just, waking up that morning and doing that simple workout. You need to decide what is success for you. And some other things I think is, we said it, he said we think we are not patient enough, we think things happen and 1 plus 1. Yeah, I think we need to be patient. We need to acknowledge that, things are not the way they used to be. Those people succeeded. Jeff Bezos, they are rich, they are billionaires, but then the path they follow is not the same, today. It's not the same. There are so many people read those self-help books on how to achieve success. But then I think sometimes, those people have different life experiences. Yes, they are giving you tips on what to do, but then know that you don't need to do exactly that. Because you are a different person, you went through different stuff. Maybe you have different potential, So know that you are different, and know that things are they're not going to be the same, And through all of that, learn to be patient. Learn to be patient in what you are doing as you keep going along the way. Keep being patient. Yes. I think that's what we need to do.
Yeah, on that as well, because you are almost winding up, I want to put in reinforcement on what she added. We fail to define success. I think success is what I've achieved compared to what men have achieved. Or what I've achieved compared to what you have achieved. Yeah. But that is a mistake. Actually, it's one of the mistakes. Because it is not what I've achieved compared to other person's achievement. It is me and me. Either me or me.
Yes.
Because in this world, actually, nowadays, you as you. It is you versus you. Do you know that you are one man army? and man combines it. You're a one person army. It's either you or you. Nobody else. And she said it. Yeah. Thank you.
And in all of that, he was talking about comparison is the other problem. We compare ourselves a lot. I think it's because of social media and stuff. We see a lot of people succeeding. Anyway, when you go to LinkedIn, you get stressed, you get anxiety, you see people are doing this. What am I doing?
I know.
But then we need to remind ourselves, it's you vs you. Like as this guy was saying, it's you the now of today vs the now of yesterday. Yeah, you keep improving every day. Just keep going. You don't need to compare yourself to others. You guys are different. You have different characteristics. Yeah, unique in different ways. So harness your uniqueness, and then you keep going.
I think someone watching us is learning a lot, and that is one of the importance of Eden Inspiration. As a host, you will be taking over it. This is one of the channels formed by Africans for Africans, African voices in Africa. I don't think if there's a young person who wants to succeed and want to follow a path which has been followed, can skip this channel. I don't even someone watching us live right now have to think twice. It is you versus you.
Yes.
Not the user.
Oh my goodness. I really want to actually, you guys cannot tell the conversation that we had. It was premature. But then I still have something triggering in my mind. I'm like, oh my goodness. I heard you talk about Ikigai, and I was like, what is about Ikigai? So maybe I heard that, maybe it's about Japanese concept, but I'm not sure. So just and the people who are watching this video, tell them more about Ikigai.
So I think Ikigai is, they talk about it mostly as your purpose of living. The reason why you are on this earth. And that doesn't have to be like, bring a leader, changing the world, bring the air, but it doesn't have to be that. It can be as simple as, just following your heartbeat. And as success, that also is the one that you, as a person, you have to find it out. And one of the way I think you can find like the reason why you are here, your potential and everything, is to keep going through the world. If you stay in your bed, in your room, I don't know, doing your own stuff on your own, feel like, it's gonna find you. It's not gonna find you. You need to go through if you are confused, I think as human beings, we are social beings, We are helped a lot by being surrounded by others.
Yeah, for sure.
And it also helped me. So I will encourage those people who want to find their Ikigai, or maybe who want just to nurture it, just keep going to people. You will learn a lot of stuff about yourself and about others. And they will help to even to reveal what you have inside you. That's what I would say.
I also want to add on 3 words on it, but before that, let someone watching this define Ikigai.
Yeah, let's give them 5 minutes.
In the comments there.
Yes.
And we will see the reactions, the responses of the understanding of Ikigai. Me, I'm going to say it in one way or 2 ways. One I was taught and one I know. Ikigai is something which enables people to succeed. Defining yourself, has been said. And Ikigai should be your daily routine. Because if you know why you are waking up, then that is your Ikigai. I don't think if it's much longer from that. But let us hear from the comment section, from the audience as well. And we'll respond and see what we can do on it.
Yeah.
Yes, to my people, know how to define your Ikigai. It's a subjective topic, it doesn't matter whether it's just a professor's definition, or it doesn't matter whether a doctor's definition. So it actually depends on your Ikigai. Know for your reason for being. Why do you wake up for every single day? Why do you actually watch movie? Why do you actually do anything else that you do every single day? So that was pretty much it. The last but not least, I just want to ask you guys, like, how do you actually, what would you speak to people or to young generation, specifically young leaders across Africa? Like, what would you recommend them to do so that they can succeed?
Okay. I think the first thing is love and accept yourself. As human beings, like, we face a lot of, we have a lot of people around us. And sometimes you get the pressure from the society to be this way, to act this way, act as a lady, act as a man. And society can put, in front of us standards you have to keep up with. But then remember that you are a person, you are you, I think I encourage you to get to know yourself. What skills do you have? What's the potential you have? Which type of person are you? And also accept yourself the way you are. Accept yourself, love yourself, so that you can be able to love the others, I think all of those people who have succeeded in their life is because they started from, they poured from being the head inside, the skills they have inside, the potential they have inside. So it all starts from awareness, self-awareness, and also self-acceptance. Yeah.
Remember as well, sometimes we don't have properties, we don't have food to eat, so what do I do? And when I was young, I remember that I was with some kids who were saying, I wish I would be in that family. I wish my father would be a pastor. I wish my father would be a soldier, something. So, accepting yourself, it's really hard for some people.
It's really hard. It's really hard because you have things you want in life, but then you need to be honest. You don't have them, but then it doesn't mean you have to refuse the person you are. You also have some other good things. People who are behind you are wishing for. So accept what you have, what you are, and then work for what you want. But then it has to start from accepting yourself.
To my people, please dump down the negative thoughts that you have in your mind. Of course, sometimes they can affect you negatively to achieve what you want to achieve in your life. Thank you, Etoile, for just mentioning that. It was pretty much helpful, especially when you talk about accepting yourself. Do not compare yourself to others because they have done something. They have moved from A up to B. Like, I remember that actually I'm doing university. Not because maybe I have maybe my parents studied at university. They did for sure, and actually I have to accept who I am of going to achieve something, and also acknowledge that it wasn't meant for me. Like just the situation, the hardships that I was passing through, they were not meant for me, and I had to. Yes, and even in Roman 12 verse 1 they say, present your body. Like let it be behind you. Even think that you are doing, try to present your body. I could see how, even our ancestors, they also say about, again, they made it in life. Yes, to many people, do not give up. Just keep pushing and accept yourself. Yeah, accepting the kind of situation that you are living in. Like it's not going to be permanent. It's going to be temporary. But if you want, that's how my best speaker said. Yes. Just as we close, let's just have first speaker.
My recommendation is not going to be a recommendation. It is going to be a task.
It's going to be a task. Not a recommendation.
Not a recommendation.
What is the difference between a recommendation and a task? What's the difference? Tell us more before you proceed.
Okay. A task is what you are supposed to do. Yet it is mandatory for you to do. But a recommendation is a suggestion. Our host. Next time, I think and I recommend we start from defining and having the first talk involving Ikigai. There's some person I've here and seen in the live requesting more explanation on Ikigai.
Do you actually promise to change?
So,
Do you promise to come back?
this is the task. This is the
Always
task.
down to talking, you know, I love talking.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
yeah.
My recommendation, or my suggestion to them now, is the current situation you are in, whether good or bad, does not determine your tomorrow. Your today is completely irrelevant to your tomorrow, unless you accept it, you give it a chance. And it is good to give it a chance. If your today is perfect, then your tomorrow, it should shape your tomorrow. But if it is not, unless you accept it and give it a chance, it will define your tomorrow. One thing, as we shall be, they say, any good thing must have a ending. Eden inspiration is to build the voices of young people, to uplift both young people and non-young people, both of them. I want to request, and this is the task, to everyone listening to us, watching us currently live, from anywhere you are. If you are within Rwanda, Moso Kigali, you can reach to us via our information email attached in the bio. If you are interested to be hosted as one of the guests to discuss and shape our beloved continent, Africa. The Eden inspiration is there to give away and to inspire, and not only to inspire, because remember, anybody who depends on motivation is going to fail when the motivator is God.
Yeah.
So you have to build self-discipline, and that is Eden inspiration. One thing I want to also request, don't forget that every good thing has to be shared. Even Jesus shared the food with his disciples. If it happens, you are one of the people watching this now, do a favor to your friend who is about to fast. Make a recommendation to this channel. In both TikTok, there we are Eden inspiration, fully vanished. And in YouTube channel, we are also there. We are looking forward to promotions, to the growth of this initiative. Since, as you can see, the faces are not being people, as they say in the millennium, but as young people who are in the making and have worked some part. We shall be very, very good to host big people who have walked the path and who have made it in life, so that we can confirm even by ourselves.
For sure.
What is it?
Yeah.
I was one of the guests, and I'll give the chance to the main guest before the host ends the live. If I introduce myself as a younger guest today, because I was a guest the other time, the guest will introduce herself and tell in the comment section if you like our guest to come back again. Because for me myself, I can't wait to see our guest again. I am yours, Began Ayecho from Kenya, one of the people advocating for African transformation. And that is why I'm here with our guest and our host. I am not allowed to do introduction of any person. Thank you.
Thank you. So, I didn't introduce myself in the beginning, so let me do it right now. My name is Md.Etoile Pascal Igirineza. I am 22 years old, a lady from Burundi. I am a purpose. Yeah. I am a purpose-driven human being. You know, I stand for impact. I like public speaking and writing. And currently, I work mostly as a project manager. So, you know, I help companies, you know, kick off their projects or maybe go through, you know, some of the problems they are facing. So, if one of you guys in the comment section wants to hire me, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. So, yeah, that's more about me. Thank you.
Oh,
Back to you, the host. Thank you.
You see, she is 20 years old and she's a good mom.
Yeah.
She's a storyteller, if I can say.
Yeah.
She's a good writer.
Writer.
Yes, she's a good reader. I can tell you, like, if you go to maybe her house, you could see like countless books in the house.
I recommend them to follow Arlington channel.
Yeah, and then the full name, you just type it while
Yeah, for sure.
And also that you can do the communication through our email channel to send the full name. Thank you.
Yeah, some people want to like to box you.
Yeah,
give them
it's true.
It's okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's true.
Yeah, they can come from my LinkedIn, you know, or maybe if they go to LinkedIn, they will see my email and then they will be able to reach out to me.
Alright. Thank you very much. Join me and actually thank this doctor. That was so wonderful. So and also if I can introduce myself, I'm called Bernard Leshini, like a young talented leader, and I'm also from Burundi.
Yeah.
Burundi is actually, I don't know how I can even define it. Yes, and I'm actually co-founder of Eden's Foundation and co-founder of Light for Vision. Of course, yes, it's almost called Rich Rwanda, like has been my actually a pathway to succeed. Even whatever I'm doing, just because I've been nurtured by Rich Rwanda. So, and then like those people from Bristol, Rwanda, salute. You've done an amazing job. So I can't hesitate to actually to make younger leaders across Africa to succeed, either financially, either economically, either socially, in whatever aspect they want to succeed. Sure, and it's actually like, as she said, I'm also like young generation across Africa, my reasons to wake up every single morning, they're actually my ikigai. You know, whenever I wake up, I actually say that allow me to impact anyone. Maybe it doesn't matter whether he's from Kenya, it doesn't matter whether this person is from Namibia or something like that. So whoever I met, I'm available and happy to actually to mentor you, to impact you. So, and actually, whenever you see me in the Lord, don't hesitate to say hi to me. Simple like that. So, I mean, as we come to the end, thank you, guys, to actually to come to.
Come to say after you give credits to our dedicated cameraman. Yeah, because you are really cheap. You close over. Yeah.
You just want to say something.
I just to give credit to him. We have a dedicated cameraman and also from another part of Africa. And one day we're going to introduce to you our cameraman so that you may hire him.
For sure.
He has a very skills of doing the photo things. I can't wait to introduce to you the cameraman. Just tell me in the comment section the day you like so that we organize it with immediate effect.
Yeah.
Back to you for
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Actually, I guess now you are going to change your daily operation. Of course, as we want to change the world, to make the world the best version of it. So, especially when we look at Africa continent, we are the best generation Africa has ever had. So now, join me, and we impacted the Africa continent together. So, and I think I learned from this guest is that we actually have to know our ikigai, our living purpose, you know, and we have to make the best choice. So, guys, I guess you learned a lot. If you want more from them, just inbox them. You can text us in the comment section so that we can just we can connect you to them. So they are always happy and available to impact the African continent. To impact the world in general. So thank you so much. It was so nice to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Very welcome.